All right. Game 4 has begun. Let's go. All right, we have Beachfront for Game 4 between SY and between LoS. In the green, this is the flank. We have Mr. Yo. He is playing as the Malay for SY. The pocket is Vivi playing as the Slavs. And then in the yellow, we have Lix. And Lix is playing as the Britons. The LoS team, who's played incredibly well the last 2 games. We have Dogal playing as the Turks. Oof, interesting one. Miguel is playing as the Italians, and then in the teal, we have Riet, who's playing as the Aztecs. Now, last time I saw this, interestingly enough, as Viper's here, I was Tyrant versus SY, and SY had the Aztecs. A Viper had Mines on the other team, and they slung him to go to Eagles. Will we see Sling again? I have no freaking clue. These maps are still new to me, and it's hard to really understand the meta. Gotta collect the goats around the outer ring if you can, and then wall up.
Yeah. The goats are super important here, and players will go aggressive, get as many goats as they can. The only thing I notice about this map is that, like, the only open areas really is between Dogao and Lix. And Lix's gold is kind of forward. We've seen people go forward and wall up with palisades. I don't know if it's that far forward that he can actually do that, but might attempt.
Remember last time Lix tried walling against Tato, and he got his vills walled in. He loves his walls, so it wasn't on this map, but still, I think this is actually an easy wall for them. They'll probably do it in Dark Age. While everyone's close together, and you only have 1 gold, the wood lines are also close together, so you can wall. And we might have a restart here because they paused it.
What do you think about the civs here for SY?
So I love Britain's flank. I absolutely love Britain's flank because that, since you're so close, that additional range means so much. You have the Slavs pocket. I like that as well. I think they're eco strong. They have the cheaper siege, which can help with close quarters.
Did they get the farming bonus right off?
I assume so. No one told me they didn't. So yeah, the farming bonus
starting
should
with
be a
those
big start.
farms. That's nice.
Yep, that helps. And then Malay also, I think Malay, they advance faster to each age. So you again have a strong early window in each and every attack.
The problem with Malay is, like, if you go into elephants, like we saw elephants on the one game with China A.
That was a mistake.
And if you're going into elephants against Aztecs, you're gonna have a bad time. So he's gonna have to go into something like maybe crossbows or fast and arbalists, and a re is being called by Brazil.
Okay, cool. So we'll go back. I wish that players would tell us their reasoning for the re. Get it? Reasoning for the re, but seriously, because it wouldn't be a bad start here. It could be the lack of goats, actually. But they are bringing them in. I don't know. But they don't have to tell us, guys. They just have till 4 minutes to call that restart. And that's exactly what they have done. SY still has their restart. They can call that this game or the next. I think Aztecs, I just want to keep talking about the SY civs. I think Aztecs can be nice because of the monks. Monk and Siege is pretty common on this map. Turks, though, that can be awkward. Turks can be really awkward when you have 1 gold pile. I don't know. I feel like this map favors
you go out
SY.
early? Go early to the corner and you sling people?
But you can't afford to go out early to the corner because at this level, they'll scout you going out there. And that, even that amount of distance walking is just idle time. So, I don't know. I think the civs favor SY, and I also feel like the map favors SY because close quarters is their specialty. We could see a sling. Sling the Turks, they'd have to buy a castle, but they could go for something like that. And if they have a castle up, then it's a completely different matchup. You should cast with Dave
It'll
more
be
often.
Interesting.
Dave, you are delightful to listen to. Listen to that. You are delightful.
Delightful.
Oh, man.
Thanks, Mom.
Put that on a card and send it to him in the mail.
Put it on my mug in the T90 official merch store.
I'm working on that, by the way.
T90
I'm working
Dave,
on that.
the most delightful to listen to.
Yeah, I love co-casting with Dave. It's a lot of fun. I don't have to. I don't know. When I co-cast with new people, it's a struggle to follow them, and I feel like Dave's thought process complements mine really well. And plus, we're good friends.
I've slowly trained him to start thinking like me. It's been a
You're
process, boys and
right
girls.
though. You're right. 2 years ago, I wouldn't have saw a random goat and started talking about it. Now Dave has me talking about the randomest stuff. I think that's actually helped the stream because we have these players who are dead in community games now. We're like, oh, honey, honey. But we have the losing player more popular than the winning player. Cyan Cornbread, thank you for the 1 viewer host. Chat, let's throw some salutes in there for him. Regent, thank you for $15, man. He says, this beats Saturday morning cartoons. I don't know, man. Depends which cartoons. Just kidding.
Guys,
thank you.
Did you see that plug for the T90 merch store?
That was good.
Oh, the game starting. Or starting, whatever.
It can store as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm having a good time. Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to Game 4. This is between SY and LoS, and once again, this is a best of 5. Whoever wins advances to face Aftermath in the semifinals. Whoever loses this is out of the tournament. Brazil has played good the last 2 games, and they have 2 wins. Can they finish it off right here? Well, we will see. I will start with them. We have Riet playing as the Aztecs. He's the flank for his squad. Miguel, who's definitely further back, is playing as the Italians. In the blue, we have Dogal playing as the Turks. He will be up against Vivi, who's now flank playing as the Slavs. The pocket is Lix playing as the Britons. And then the flank is Yo, who is playing as the Malay.
And is right beside Riet.
He's going to lame. He's going to lame that gold. I'm pretty sure he's going to lame that gold.
He has to.
Yeah.
Or you have to get an early wall down.
God.
This is like BF. Like, you gotta go out there and do it.
Okay, so Brazil called a restart, guys. You get 1 per best of 5. They called it last time. Now, if Yo can lame this goal, he can just build palisade walls around it. There's nothing that Brazil can do. They'll have to live with that. And that's going to be tough because Aztecs, what do they do good with? Gold units, the siege, the monks. That's so good for close quarters. Now, please do it, Yo. If he doesn't do it, it completely changes things.
No, Yo's busy with his scout trying to find goats. They're all up at the top there. Like, he only got a few in.
He went back with the Vil as well, and now Riet going for the walls. Man.
Could be a difference maker there.
It could be a difference maker. At the same time, it is Malay for Yo. So if he goes for a fast feudal, he can tower and deny that gold anyhow.
Yeah.
To those watching on YouTube, there was a restart, and the maps and the player positions were different. So I'm trying to think about the way this will play out. Slavs versus Turks here. I feel like
Yo's
Turks
just
are
now
always gonna have a
figuring out.
disadvantage, but wow.
Just figuring out he's walled. And Riet's going to double down on that. And Yo didn't get... Like, Yo only got 6 goats. Like, they're all up at the top there by the elephants.
I think we'll be fine. Vivi might have taken them by accident. Vivi has quite a few goats.
Oh, Vivi is the goat master right now. They're just like chilling around too.
Yeah. So for anyone who might not be aware of what this map is, it's called Beachfront. And at the start, you want to use your scouts around the outer ring to collect goats. As Dave said, it's been a struggle for Yo to find many, and he will need them. You also start with pre-built farms. You start with 1 single gold. It's interesting that this gold tile is on top of the farm there for Yo. I haven't seen that before. In the east and the west, there are golds surrounded by lions, and then in the north and the south, there are elephants, which you can bring in for food, surrounded by lions as well.
And look at Dogao's base. You see how secure he is?
Yeah.
Look at the wood line, goes all the way back around towards Miguel.
Yes.
It's so secure there. And Miguel, they've already walled off. They've already walled off half the map.
This is a slinging map. Turks collect gold faster, so if you can wall the front, we could see yet another sling, and that's worked very well for Brazil the past few games. So
that's so fortunate for them too, that like it goes all the way around the back, and if you look at Lix's base, completely open on the backside.
Yeah, you're right.
Yo's got some gaps as well, like.
And normally on this map, you're seeing players wall the backside because you never know what units can approach. So That will just save a lot of time. I was questioning what Dogao would be able to do as Turks, but now I'm pretty sure he's going to start collecting gold, build a market, and just sling, like we've seen in previous games. Are elephants any different than boar? Aquaberry, elephants have more food, so they have 400 food. And
their attack animation is faster.
Oh yeah, and they also attack a bit faster.
Less delay between attacks, which means you'll see a lot of players getting loom before they bring them in, like Arabia. Oh, is Vivi gonna cut through the wood there? No, he's gonna attack. Okay. I saw one villager near Dogao's walls. Yeah.
Vivi's on his way to Imp. Remember, Vivi is Slavs. I mean, not Imp. Feudal. He's not that good. I'm glad he corrected me because I wouldn't have even thought about it. I just
YouTube would have.
Oh man. Well, anyway, he's on his way to Feudal. He's not on his way to Imp just yet. And Dogao, he's already on gold, and he's just walling up. Vivi looking to pile on the pressure early on. You start with 200 stone, and regardless of if you are an Imp or Feudal, you can only afford to build one tower unless you purchase the rest of the stone. So
I don't know what his thought process is behind attacking this wall uphill.
Dude, it's Vivi.
With one villager.
Vivi is the best player that I don't understand in the game. In all honesty, he does some really weird stuff. That's why I love him. Now, Yo's on the way up to Feudal. Now, that is not the case for Riot. Okay, now he's clicked up, of course. So weird. So fast castle, I assume, for the pockets. Italian should have no problem doing that. Miguel, of course, doesn't need as many resources as Italians to hit the next stage. Does he go knights then? You have Lix, who is already in Feudal, and...
What is he doing?
Well, it seems like he wants to build ranges and go forward, but this is pretty slow, man.
Yeah.
Really slow. He's in Feudal, and he's just now getting the vills here. And now there's the tower from... I don't even like the tower from Yo. Why not build it closer to the house?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Weird.
Remember, SY needs to win this.
Yeah, or they're out of the tournament. This is a team who's played so well. They have some of the best players in the world. This would be a huge surprise to see SY crash out, and still not completely sure what's going on here. Vivi has stonewalled with the villagers that were forward. Now, if you stonewall, that means you won't be making military, right? You stonewall, that means you're not going to be aggressive, so... Coinage. Yeah, Vivi's gonna sling. Okay, Vivi's gonna sling, and he's probably gonna sling Lix.
Like, look at this tower from Yo, you're right.
It's awful. If you build it right next to the house and the palisade, it'd be so much better.
Yeah.
That's so questionable. I feel like Yo should know that. And coinage for Dogao now as well, so we are gonna see a sling from both people on the right-hand side. So forget about Dogao, forget about, Vivi, they're just going to be slinging. Oh, I say forget about them, but look at the teamwork from the scouts from Brazil. They're all here on top of Vivi, stopping the walls. Wow, well played, picking off the villager and just going to stay here and be annoying. And here starts the sling. Vivi sending his resources to Yo. Huh, Yo. And not Lix. So as Malay, do you then go for elephants, even though they don't get the defense upgrades past scale barding? When there's Aztecs, I can go monks. Do you go elephants?
Yeah, it's really rough here. Like the crossbows from Lix are gonna counter the monks, but if you get an elephant, then they counter the crossbows.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Miguel is very important here. Miguel, he doesn't have a stable yet. He doesn't even have a barracks yet.
So look at Vivi fighting these scouts. Oh, jeez. It's so annoying for this to be happening.
Yeah, he lost another
villager going down.
Now, Yo has come over to help out, so he'll kill the Gal scout, and then we'll probably see the eagle die to the TC here. Yeah, okay, so he'll wall that up.
And they're almost in. They're almost into Riot.
They're almost in, and Riot has a forward gold. Riot is building barracks, so he will go eagles. Now, who's the sling been going to? Dogao is slinging Riot, so he can go into Eagle Warriors. So it almost needs to be elephants for Yo. But he might go monks as well. Okay, there's the stable. Again, the stable's late. He could have built this on the way up. Everything's been a little bit late for SY. And it is Monks and Siege for Miguel. So, Eagles for Riot, Monks and Siege for Miguel. A 2v2 on this side, and now Riot is... He has no gold. Huh. And he too, very slow with the Eagle production. Luckily, his walls funnel everything in towards his town center. And also, luckily for him, he will be in Castle Age while Lix will not be in Castle Age. It's just Yo receiving those resources.
This is really good for... I mean, the only good thing for SY here is that Elephants versus Eagles.
Yeah, they do well.
Pretty decent, right? Yeah.
But that is the only good thing. Yo is building a tower. The issue is Britons would fare well if they were in Castle here. But Lix is not in Castle Age. He's went for a Feudal Age aggression. Oh, he's just clicked to Castle. Okay, this will be different then. Because once he gets to 8 range on his crossbows, then he can snipe the monks from Miguel. But this is so dependent on micro. This is so dependent on just paying attention to your units. The compositions are going to be completely different. Eagles counter crossbows, elephants counter eagles, monks counter the elephants, and then of course the crossbows can kill the monks. Oh, Yo losing
Interesting
a villager.
watchtower from Yo there.
I like it.
I like it.
Yeah,
to deal with the monks.
There's really nowhere Riot can run to if he loses this, so they cannot afford to lose map control.
And we gotta remember, they're all over his gold. Like, it's something, right?
Yeah, it's definitely something. That puts a lot more stress on Dogal to sling.
And, yeah.
Riot is just
Miguel
for resources.
is gonna need gold as well for that push.
Of course.
So...
Wow. It could all come back to that restart, because this map is horrible for Riot. Gold situation's not good. You see the positioning from the elephants as well. You see how they're on the far side. It's going to force the monks around. And Yo able to catch a glimpse of these monks, and he's going to try and run back. He could lose an elephant or two because the archers are blocking. He loses one elephant. Two. That's good for Miguel.
He killed a monk with the tower. Might kill another monk.
Nope, not going to be enough. We'll just lose his villagers. This is the type of map control that you want, but it's not going to be very easy once these archers are upgraded. Castle Age now for Lix. Wow, that's a lot of eagles though, with a lot of upgrades, and the sling is continuing. Will the lack of gold be an issue? Oh, look at this. You see the TC from Riot? He's going to that gold in the corner, Dave. Now, I don't think that'll be denied by Lions, and there's no scouts out there either. He should at least have one villager remaining. Back to the fight.
Is the Mangonel gonna go down?
It is gonna go down. Now, that has been... Wait, what?
No.
Oh, so fortunate, Miguel. Riot's gonna repair that. Wow. Oh, you see what Yo's getting? He's getting Heresy. Huge upgrade. Expensive, but huge
1,000 gold, I think.
Yeah.
Like,
so
a little bit expensive.
So now, after Heresy completes, if Miguel gets a conversion, the elephants just die. They don't go to Miguel's team. It's essentially just a kill then. Still, elephants are outmatched against monks, and micro is going to be needed, and things are looking very good for Brazil. I mean, pretty soon, Riot will be able to get his gold back. That Mangonel shot on Lix was big. Didn't kill many, but the HP on the crossbows are weak. And, oh, I don't like the positioning at all here from the elephants, and the elephants are so slow. There's bound to be more conversions. Yes, a couple elephants drop in there. The Mangonel firing on Lix again. He's just gotten away. This is awkward. This is so awkward because the crossbows can't get in close with the Mangonels there.
If he kills all the monks...
Yeah, it's all down to the monks, really. The monks die, then Riot dies.
The elephants are pretty tanky, man, without the monks there.
They push far, and now the Mangonels are dead. The crossbows from Lix can push in. Husbandry now, so these will be a bit faster. There's still a lot of elephants. Will the monks be able to survive? SY takes the score lead, and Riot's economy is right in the middle of this fight. I think they
Lots
just
of
had
crossbows
enough.
now.
It's awkward.
Lots of crossbows. He's got to be careful though. Bring him back behind the elephants.
Dude, it's awkward because Riot has the palisade walls. They keep running into each other when they're trying to switch positions.
But look at this. It's completely turned around here now.
It has.
Now SY has the initiative.
How difficult is it to add more monk numbers? In fact, Miguel's not making anymore. He only has 5 monks. Oh, but those Mangonels, though, are so huge. And Lick's running away. And, oh, look at that. They picked off another one.
How good was Heresy in this situation?
Oh, so big.
Like, really, really good. They would have lost that fight without it.
Yeah, Heresy could have won the game. I mean, of course, the game has yet to end, but this is going to be awkward now. Monks are 100 gold apiece, not to mention the upgrades. Now, let's think about this. Yo is melee, so if he ever gets into a position where he doesn't need... Nice micro. Where he doesn't need to make as many elephants, we could just see Vivi sling him right to the Imperial Age and advance very quickly. With that being said, though, I don't think Imperial Age gives melee too much.
Doesn't give that much for the elephants.
So you would almost want to sling Britons instead, so they get the range.
Yeah. Yeah, with the Briton Arbalests.
Look at Lix's
like
micro.
You can see what he's doing right now with these crossbows.
Just
imagine them as Arbalests.
Yeah, exactly. And the micro from Lix has been pretty good. He just has to kill the monks. And if he kills the monks here, the elephants, they're still around. He only killed 2 or 3, and it's kind of questionable, I guess, because the Eagles
Look
came
at these
out,
elephants. They're just sitting underneath
so
this
tanky.
TC. They don't care.
Where can Miguel go?
Oh, Riot's in trouble now. Riot is in trouble now. There is elephants in his eco.
Yeah, the one good thing for Brazil is that they've taken that right-hand corner. They're getting that gold, but this TC is going to melt.
And Riot is going to the left corner. That could be a huge play.
Oh, if he somehow denies that gold.
But look at his eco. Look at his eco, man.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh.
But going to the corner is
he can't go up either. He can't go up to Imp if they wanted to sling him there because his TC is gonna die.
Yeah, of course. So they're gonna lose a lot of ground here. It's obvious. But maybe, just maybe, going to the corner, even though it's gonna be rough, that would be the one thing that helps them if Vivi runs out of gold and has to go out there to continue to sling. If the same thing happens for Yo and for Lix. But man, this push. Look at this. The monk's getting chewed up.
Lix has had really good micro here.
Yeah.
Throughout the game.
47 kills, 24 deaths against Mangonels and Eagles. Yeah, that's good.
Pretty
micro.
good. It's pretty good.
Of course, let's get the
T90.
T90.
We jinxed it.
Yeah, let's get the T90 jinxes out, chat.
My perspective, I didn't even see that Mangonel. I just saw the rocks coming in from off the screen.
But still, it's a nice position for them. And as I said, once they do damage like this, they might be able to take their foot off the gas a little bit and go to Imp, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Lix is on his way to the Imperial Age. It is only going to hurt more and more for Brazil. They need an answer in Castle before this gets worse.
And I just looked at the achievement sets. Vivi was behind from Dogao because he lost those villagers.
Yeah.
He slung 1,000k more res the last time I looked.
I wonder if it's the food. Because the Slav farmers...
It might be the Slavs.
Yeah.
It might be the Slavs.
The extra food, which is really what Lix is going to be struggling for because he's already on wood and gold for the archers. He's probably slinging food and gold. We'll have to look more into that later on. And now Vivi's slinging Yo, just to give Yo more elephants.
Oh, this is so, like... Riot has control of the gold at the top left, but like...
Yeah, he's gonna try
if you lose the whole middle of the map, what happens, right? You're just gonna have the corners.
Yeah, I think that play is a desperation move. There's so much gold left for Vivi to sling. Not to mention the gold in each player's bases. Not to mention the gold from Riot, which he lost.
Gold.
Yeah, so...
Thank you very much for that gold.
Yeah, appreciate it.
And the monasteries are gonna go down. Now it's just...
It's
advance
just a matter
into Miguel's
of time
base.
Now. Yeah, and if Miguel can't do anything, he'll be in castle
against this. If you send a few elephants into Dogao's base, you completely wipe the whole thing.
Yeah, it's a good point as well. Oh, and that's wide open. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I think this is over. I think we're gonna see
what a
game
turnaround.
5. Yes, seriously. It looked questionable at the start. Those monks are just too expensive, and once you lose them, it's impossible to come back. And that micro from Lix, the teamwork from Yo and Lix, incredible. 105 kills now for Yo. And Miguel is just falling apart here. I think they'll call the GG when Lix hits the Imperial Age because it's already bad while he's in castle.
I know what they're saying. They're saying, listen, we have control of the golds.
Yeah, exactly.
But, like, if
Doesn't
you don't have
matter.
anywhere to build...
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Oh, man. 27 vills for Miguel. That's only going to get worse. He loses his only town center. And then, of course, Dogao could be next. Arbalest. Soon to be Rams for Lix. Are they all
How
going to run
fast
into
did
this
this
corner?
snowball?
You know what?
Yeah.
If they want to continue to play, they're going to have to start buying food and wood. And then SY can just sell those resources.
You just killed their houses then. There's nowhere to build in this corner.
Yeah.
And now they're going into Dogao's base, and Dogao, like, man,
it's probably
you were completely wiped.
It's probably a mix of frustration and screw these guys. They were dead the last two games and they didn't resign. Well, the gold, I guess. He'll have to go. What can he do, though, Dave? He doesn't have the food to go Onager and to go Monks. Monks just won't work.
No, he's going Eagles, but, like, what?
That... You know what he could do if he gets lucky? Is he could get into the ecos. The eco of SY.
No, it's... look at Dogao. No. No.
Yeah.
That wouldn't even make a difference at
now,
this point,
luckily, Dogao has chopped the right tree so he can run through what was once a wall of wood if he wants with the lumberjacks.
Just gonna run through the arrows at the moment.
Yeah, exactly. That's better than life at this point. Just
what a performance from SY here. And now Yo sending elephants over to the right corner. He can't get in because they've walled.
He signals it.
But maybe a villager will open the way.
Yeah. Let's see. Miguel trying to get in there. Oh, Miguel, don't do it, man. Don't.
Devious there with a watchtower? What? What?
Oh, he's trying to do the same thing, or at least collect the gold in the other corner. I am the fat dragon.
Oh man.
What a moment.
What a performance.
Yeah.
What a turnaround.
Game
Unfortunate
5,
for Riot, he had that gold there, but like I thought SY was in a terrible position.
Yeah.
And then the Heresy, I think Heresy won the game.
Heresy definitely won the game because 4 or 5 elephants died in the first engagement, and those would have been Miguel's elephants then. It would have given him more of a buffer and a lot more attack against those units. That is an expensive frickin' upgrade too. That is such a risk. If he got Heresy and then they got pushed back because they didn't have enough units, we would be saying, well, they shouldn't have gotten Heresy because they didn't have the gold. But
the reason it worked is because Lix microed well. He used his army well, and he didn't lose it. And that gave Yo the time to get Heresy and to push out.
And those choke points were so tough with where Riot had his palisades. They had 3 to 4 tiles to move between with the elephants and the crossbows. And still his KD is insane.
Really good performance.
The sad thing is one of these teams is going to be out of the tournament after this next game. That's the sad thing, because all the games have been insane. Okay, so here's the KD for you. Obviously, Yo and Lix destroying there. The strategy just didn't work out for Brazil. And we're going to work our way to game number 5. Jacob, you missed some amazing games, man. You missed 4 amazing games. We're now tied up 2-2.